Hello and welcome to another practice. We have a half moon focused yoga flow today. So we'll be working into and out of half moon through some creative transitions. So it's just a fun little flow and a quick flow hopefully. We'll be working a lot on opening up of our hips, strengthening of our hip muscles and our ab muscles that go around the hips and our torso. And also we'll be working on balance. So a lot of leg work, and we'll sneak in a little bit of upper body so that it will become a full body practice. I hope you'll have fun. We do not need any props for the practice, but if you do use a block for your half moon, you can have that handy. And as always, please do take the practice at your own pace, go with your breath, and if you need to modify during any of the transitions, feel free to do that, or you can also add in your own versions of it. So make it your own and have fun. Please do consider subscribing to my channel and leave me a comment below. Let me know your thoughts and I'll see you on the mat. Let's begin our practice in a cross-legged seated position. Lengthen your spine, inhale deep breath, engage your core. Make sure that both your sit bones are on the mat and bring your palms to rest on the knees, and we'll take a few rounds of seated cat and cow. Inhale, take a deep breath, exhale, round your back and push your shoulder blades away from each other. Inhale, expand your chest through your arms and bring your gaze up towards the sky so you can stretch open your neck, the front of your neck. Exhale, round your back, bring your shoulder blades away from each other. Inhale, chest expands, look up and stretch open the front of your neck. 3 more at the pace of your breath. Come back to neutral spine. Bring your right palm on top of your left knee. Left palm comes behind your hip. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, take a twist. Bring your chest to face forward, left palm over on top of your right knee. Exhale, round your back and reach through the crown of your head. Inhale, expand your chest and sit up straight. Next breath, bring your right palm behind you, lengthen and take a twist onto the other side. Bring your right palm to rest on top of your left knee. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, lengthen. Left palm behind you, lengthen and take a twist. Bring your left palm on top of your right knee. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, lengthen. Bring your right palm behind you, lengthen and twist. Bring your right palm to rest on top of your left. Inhale and exhale. Come back to neutral spine, release your arms. Bring your knees to stack on top of each other, right knee on top of your left. You are coming into Gomukhasana legs. You can come as far as possible. Make sure that both your sit bones are down on the mat. Lengthen your spine. Walk your hands slowly forward, hinging from your hips, and bring your chest towards your thigh. Hold here for a breath. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Walk back. Pivot and bring your left palm behind you, followed by your right. Lift both your sit bones off the mat, and now you are facing the back of the mat. Plant both palms onto the mat, arms are straight and strong, and take a forward, wide-legged forward fold. Next breath, look towards the mat and slowly start shifting your weight towards the hands and lifting the heels off the mat. Release your heels down and pivot through the right side of your body and face the front of the mat and come back into Gomukhasana legs. Now you'll have the opposite leg on top. So you'll have your left leg on top and both your sit bones are down on the mat. Walk your hands slowly forward. bring your chest down on towards your thigh. If you can bring your elbows down onto the mat and go that far, feel free to do that. You should feel a nice stretch in your left hip. Reach through the crown of your head. Come back to seated. Now bring your right palm behind you, followed by your left. Lift your sit bones off the mat, face the back of the mat. Come back into that wide-legged stance and plant both palms down on the mat. Strong arms, straight and strong arms, and fold forward. You should feel the stretch and opening in your hamstrings, and slowly start shifting your weight forward. Push the mat down with your hands as you lift your heels off the mat. Release your heels. This time turn towards the front of the mat, starting from your left side. So your right leg comes on the top, come back down, Gomukhasana legs, your right leg is on the top. We'll do that one more time on both sides. So starting here, right leg on top, knees are stacked, walk your hands slowly forward, hinge from your hips, fold down and hold for a breath. Come back up, face the back of the mat, turning from your left side, plant both your hands down onto the mat, wide-legged fold. Push the mat down with your hands. Hands are straight and strong. Shift your weight forward towards the palm and lift your heels off the mat. If you have a handstand, press handstand in your practice, you can slowly start warming up towards that. Release your heels. Face the front of the mat, turning from your right side, and bring your sit bones down on the mat. Now you have your left knee stacked on top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, walk your hands slowly forward and fold. Reach through the crown of your head. Come back up. Face the back of the mat. Starting to turn from your right side. Plant your palms, wide-legged fold. Shift the weight forward and float your heels. Release. Come back facing the front of the mat, turning from your left side back into Gomukhasana legs, and this time shift your weight forward and release your legs, come onto all fours. Make sure that your palms are directly underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. Plant the tops of your feet firmly onto the mat. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest. Exhale, round your back, shoulder blades move away from each other. Inhale, drop. Exhale, round your back. 3 more. Drop your belly, lift your chest. Exhale, round your back, push the mat away from you. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest. Come back to neutral spine. Lift your right knee off the mat. Right knee is in line with your hip and toes are pointing up towards the sky. Point your foot. Exhale, bring your right knee behind your left. Tap it on the mat. Bring it back. Open your knee in line with your hip and kick towards the right side of the mat. Exhale, tap the knee behind you and kick. We'll do 10 of those. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your knee back down onto the mat. Float your left leg, keep it bent, left knee in line with the hip. Bring your left knee to tap behind the right and exhale, knee comes in line with your left hip and kick your leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Release back to center. Bring your right shin parallel to the short edge of the mat. Extend your left leg. Plant your left foot down onto the mat and open up into a supported side plank. Extend your left hand up towards the sky. You can stay here or bring your left hand alongside your ears. Work your bottom hip forward. Squeeze your glutes and the weight is on the back edge side of your left foot. Engage your core. Open your arms out in a T and stack your shoulders directly over your hips. Bring your left palm to rest on your thigh and extend your right hand alongside your ears. The whole time square your hips to the long edge side of the mat and keep the weight is on the knife edge side of your extended leg. If you want to add a challenge, you can bring your left palm to touch your right and feel the stretch in your right side body. Breathe into it. Keep your extended legs strong. Release back into your supported plank. Face the mat. Come back into all fours. Do the same thing on the other side. Bring your left shin parallel to the short edge. Extend your right leg. Bring your right hand extended up towards the sky. Stay here or right hand comes alongside your ears. Work your bottom hip forward. The weight is on the knife edge side of your extended leg. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Arms come out into a T. Engage your core. Engage your glutes. Bring your right palm on top of your right thigh. Extend your left hand alongside your ears. If you want to add a challenge, bring your palms to touch and hold the stretch. Extend or lengthen through the crown of your head. Keep the back of your neck long. Your extended leg is strong and active. Release back, come back all fours. Bring your palms hand print forward, tuck your toes, lift your knees and lift your hips, downward facing dog. Work towards bringing your heels down on towards the mat. Keep your legs strong. Pull up on your kneecaps. Float your right leg, three-legged dog. Bend your right knee. Stack your hips and lift your knee up. Keep the back of your neck long and keep pushing the mat away from you. Come back to downward facing dog. Float your left leg, three-legged dog. Bend your left knee. Stack your hips. Open your hips towards the longest side of the mat. Back to three-legged dog. Look towards the palms. Bend both your elbows. Squeeze your elbows towards each other and bring your forearms down on the mat. Transitioning into a dolphin. Float your right leg. Three-legged dolphin. Switch legs. Walk forward into a forearm plank and hold your forearm plank for 5 breaths. Squeeze your glutes, engage your core. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Bring your hips down, coming into a swings. Pull your chest forward through your upper arms. Press through the tops of your feet. Legs are active and engaged. Palms come towards the corners of the mat. Push your elbows off the mat. Come back into a swings. Bring your chest all the way down. Extend your hands alongside your ears. You can bring your fingertips to touch. Engage your core, engage your legs and lift your chest and lift your legs off the mat. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Open your arms, bring your palms alongside your thighs and open and close your legs. Bring your hands alongside your ears. We'll do 5 of those. Sweep your arms towards your legs, open and close the legs, sweep your arms back forward. Keep your feet pointed, engage your core and keep your legs active. With every exhale, try to bring your chest slightly away from the mat. Last one. Release your legs, bring your palms next to your chest, squeeze your elbows and tuck your toes. Lift back up into a full plank. Flow through your chaturanga, upward facing dog. Come all the way back, downward facing dog. Bring your knees down onto the mat. Cross your right leg underneath your left and bring your sit bones down. Coming into a seated position. Sweep your arms alongside your ears. Tuck your toes and shift your weight forward and right hand comes a few inches in front of you. Plant your right foot, float your left leg, transition into a half moon. Stack your hips and flex your back foot. Hold your half moon. You can use a block in your half moon if that helps. Slowly bend your front leg and bring your left leg down. Face the longest side of the mat. Bring your left knee into the chest, one-legged Tadasana. Arms come out into a T. Wrap your left leg on top of your right, either once or twice. Sink your hips down. Left hand binds underneath the right. Transition into an eagle and hold. Release your arms, release your legs, plant your left foot towards the back edge of the mat and bring your hips towards the left heel. Side lunge, arms open out into a T, right leg bends, extend your left, transition into a warrior 2. Engage your core, reverse your warrior, bring your right palm either on the inside or on the outside of your right foot, left hand alongside your ears. You can bring your palms to touch, push through the ball mount of your right foot, transitioning triangle. Engage your legs, release into a reverse triangle. Cartwheel your arms, face the front of the mat, plant your palms on the inside of your right foot and pivot on the toes of your back foot, coming into a lizard lunge. You can either stay up on your palms or if you want to go deeper into your lizard, come down onto your forearms. Keep the back of your neck long. If you have a block and if you want to intensify this pose, you can bring your right foot to rest on top of your block. Come back onto your palms if you are down on your forearms. Bring your back knee down, cartwheel your right hand and grab hold of your back foot. Sink your hips down. Feel a nice stretch in your left quad. Keep kicking your back foot into your right palm and open your top shoulder up towards the sky. Release back into lizard. Step back. You can either keep your right foot floating, flow through your chaturanga, upward facing dog, come back, downward facing dog. Bring your knees down onto the mat, cross your left foot under your right and come back into a seated position. Sweep your arms, bring it alongside your ears. Next breath, shift your weight forward, come on to the toes, plant your hand a few inches in front of you, plant your left foot behind it, float your back leg, stack your hips, open up half moon. Bend your front leg, plant your back foot down and bring your right knee into your chest, one-legged Tadasana. Arms come out into a T. Wrap your right leg over your left. Bind it either once or twice. Right hand binds underneath your left. Eagle. Keep sinking your hips down. Open your arms out in a T. Release your legs. Plant your right foot towards the back edge of the mat. Bring your hips down. Side lunge. Open your arms out. Transition warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Bring your back palm either in front or behind your left foot. Side angle. Extend your top arm alongside your ears. Bring your palms together for an extra challenge. Push your front leg. Extend your leg. Transition into a triangle. Reverse your triangle. Cartwheel and plant both your palms on the inside of your left foot, coming into a lizard. You can take the transition that you took on the other side if you want to deepen your lizard. Come back onto your palms. Bring your back knee down. Cartwheel your left hand. Grab your back foot. Sink your right hips down towards the mat. Open your chest. Kick into your left palm and feel a nice quad stretch. Release back into lizard. Step your left foot back. Float your left leg. Flow through your chaturanga. Upward facing dog. All the way back into a downward facing dog. Float your left leg. Three-legged dog. Bring your left knee into your chest. Plant your left foot in between your palms. Back knee comes down on the mat. Keep your back foot tucked and extend your arms alongside your ears. Low lunge. Cactus your arms. Open your chest up towards the sky. Come back into your low lunge. Lift your back knee off the mat. Bring your palms to your chest into prayers and into prayers. Next exhale, bring your right knee into your chest, cross and rest your right ankle over your left thigh. Sink your hips down, figure 4. Take a breath. Lean forward. Float your right leg behind. Stack your hips. Left hand comes few inches in front of your left foot. Open up half moon. Face the front, bring your chest to face the mat. Both your palms come down onto the mat. Cross your right foot, right leg over your left. Float your left leg, half moon on the other side. Bend your top knee, bend your front leg and bring your back shin parallel to the short edge of the mat. Extend your right leg. The weight is on the knife side of your back extended leg. Come into a supported side plank. Open your arms out in a T. Stack your shoulders directly over your hips and bring your right palm over your right thigh. Extend your left hand alongside your ears. Bring both palms towards the back edge of the mat. Bring your chest in to square the mat. Float your right leg. Point your back foot. If you can, bring your left foot onto your right thigh and hold. This requires a lot of core balance. If you want to challenge, you can come down onto your forearms and hold. Release your right toes down onto the mat. Bring your left foot next to it. your back into your forearm plank. Bring your hips down, swings. From here you can either stay in swings, transition into seal, or you can bend your legs, grab hold from the inside of your ankles, kick your feet into your palms and lift your chest off the mat, coming into a bowl. Release your back bend. Bring your palms alongside your ears, tuck your toes, legs are active, push up into a plank, flow through your chaturanga, upward facing dog, lift up, downward facing dog. Float your right leg, three-legged dog, right knee to chest, plant your right foot in between your palms, back knee comes down onto the mat, keep your back toes tucked, arms alongside your ears, sink your hips forward, open your arms into a cactus, chest opens up towards the sky. Release your hands, lift your back knee off the mat, bring your palms to prayer in front of your chest, bring your back knee into your chest, shift forward onto your right leg, rest your left ankle over on top of your right thigh, sink your hips down, figure 4. Bring your right palm a few inches in front of your right foot, float your back leg, stack your hips, coming into an eagle. Flex your back foot, engage your core, face the mat, bring both palms down in front of you, cross your left leg over your right, left palm few inches in front of your left foot, float your right leg, open into half moon onto the other side. Bend your top leg, bend your standing leg, bring your back shin down parallel to the short edge of the mat, extend your left leg, come into a supported side plank. Squeeze your bottom hips forward, stack your shoulders directly over your hips, arms come out into a T, bring your right palm over your right thigh, extend your left, bring your left palm over your left thigh, extend your right hand alongside your ears. Bring both palms to plant towards the front edge of the mat, face the front of the mat, float your left leg. You can bring your right foot to rest on your left thigh, stay here, or you can bring your forearms down on the mat and hold this position. Bring your left foot down, right foot joins, forearm plank, hips come down onto the mat, swings, either stay here or play with transitioning into a bowl. Grab hold of the ankles, kick into your hands, lift your chest. Release, plant your palms next to your chest, push up into a full plank, flow through your chaturanga, upward facing dog, all the way back, downward facing dog. Knees come down onto the mat, bring your sit bones down, extend your legs in front of you, flex both your feet, sweep your arms alongside your ears and fold forward. You can grab hold of your big toes, keep your feet flexed, hinge from your hips, reach through the crown of your head. Avoid rounding your shoulders. Grow tall through the crown of your head. Engage your legs. Pull up on your kneecaps. Release your forward fold. Shift your glutes towards your heels. Bring your back down onto the mat. Make sure that the weight is on your heels, and we'll take a few bridge ups. Squeeze your glutes and scoop your hip up towards the sky and come back down. Squeeze your glutes, lift up, come back down. Squeeze, lift, back down. Two more, squeeze, lift, come back down. Last one, squeeze, lift, and this time bring your palms down onto the mat and walk your feet away from your hips, walking on your heels, and walk back towards your glutes. You're working your hamstrings. It's as much important to strengthen your muscles while you're increasing your flexibility. One more time. You can do this a couple of times. Also, if you have any weights, you can rest the weight on top of your hip while you do this to add extra challenge, and release your hips back down onto the mat. Take a deep breath. We'll work our core. Arms come out into a T. Stack your knees directly over your hips. Ankles in line with your knees. Glue your feet together. Drop your knees onto the outside of your left hip. Come back to the center, outside of your right hip. Use your core to pull your knees back up and keep your legs stuck together. And make sure that the whole time your shoulder blades are down on the mat and your chest is facing towards the sky. Two more on each side. Last one. Come back to center. Plant your foot down onto the mat and we'll take a back bend. This is completely optional. Lift your hips off the mat, squeeze your glutes, make sure the weights are on your heels and your heels are directly underneath your knees. Adjust your stance. Bring your hands alongside your ears. Get your hair out of the way, and next exhale, push off the mat. Come into a back bend. If you're feeling extra funky today, you can float your right leg. Float your left leg. Release all the way down. Pull your knees into your chest. Roll from side to side. Release your feet down onto the mat. Close your eyes and take a couple of breaths in your Shavasana. I hope you had fun doing that practice with me. Let me know your thoughts. Leave me a comment below. Please do consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you on the mat soon.